Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. This is episode 586 of the Ping Pong Flix Show. What an exciting episode. There's a bunch of a trailer, a teaser, and some other things that have dropped today. Now, these aren't actually the movie trailers yet, but it is alluding to the actual trailer for the event that is going to tease more trailers at the event. Yeah. Are you confused yet? Don't be, because there is something crazy going on at this DC FanDome. It's amazing. It's huge, and there's a lot of things going down for it. So I want to share with you this video that dropped today. DC Comics celebrate this epic global event for all things DC, free for everyone for 24 hours only at DC FanDome on August 22nd. DC FanDome. And here we go. Here's the trailer.
Welcome to the Hall of Heroes.
On August 22nd comes an unprecedented global fan event.
Hello, everybody. It's all DC all the time.
Tyler.
DC FanDome is unlike anything you've ever seen before. I'm actually standing inside a stage that Jim Lee himself drew.
That's pretty cool.
How incredibly cool is that?
That's pretty cool.
It's crazy, right?
This worldwide mega event is for DC fans across the globe.
Ça va, DC FanDome?
Hola, mi gente.
Guten Tag, meine Freunde.
We've got exclusive footage, insider info, the latest DC news, and huge announcements.
You know what I'm talking about.
There was no way that I could come here and not bring a look at the movie.
Oh,
There's so much cool content to look at.
That was a really special episode.
Designed just for you, the absolute DC fan.
oh wow.
That's amazing.
There's something that I can show you.
Exclusive content!
Stuff that seems impossible ends up becoming possible.
I am beyond excited to be sharing this moment with you guys.
Awesome.
Damn.
Hang on tight, because we are about to whisk you around the DC FanDome. You guys ready? Let's get this thing started.
Let's go. Let's go.
DC FanDome Hall of Heroes. All fans welcome. 24 hours
Damn.
only. August 22nd. And there's only one place you can experience it at DCFandome.com.
Nice. Okay, so that is huge. That is really, really amazing. I'm so excited for this. This is amazing. Now, there's a couple nuggets that just dropped from this trailer. It really did. I mean, if you have seen it, it actually dropped a couple things. The first one it told us was Matt Reeves saying that, of course, he's going to bring something. So that kind of confirms we're going to have a trailer or a teaser for that. That's amazing. You've seen a little bit more of Dwayne Johnson's for Black Adam. He's probably going to show us some stuff as well. I'm really surprised by Andy Muschietti right there telling us that he can show us something. What can he? They haven't shot anything. Have they done like some suit tests, or maybe the Flash's new suit? What have they done with that film? And I'm excited because I thought, okay, maybe they'll have some concept art and stuff. But I'm wondering if maybe they actually shot something. Maybe they actually have something really, truly exciting, exclusive. Of course, it's going to be at DC FanDome, along with all the other stuff, including Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman 1984. I noticed there's a lot of different things like Christopher Reeve's Superman. They even have the, Michael Keaton Batman. I don't know, but there's a lot of exciting nuggets in that DC FanDome trailer there. It's really exciting. It's amazing how they're doing a virtual event with the world and everything. It's not just a bunch of panels. I think there's going to be a lot more to that. And that's quite awesome. That's an awesome trailer. And as we get really close, man, like really in a few days, we're going to be riding into Valhalla, which is called DC FanDome, right? So that's amazing. But that's not all, though. Something has happened with DC Fandom that I want to share with you, and it's that DC Fandom apparently is now going to be split into 2 events. Yes, you heard that right. It's going to be split into 2 events, and I want to share it with you right here. Breaking: DC Fandom now being split into 2 events. The first event is Hall of Heroes, which is August 22nd. That includes panels and exclusive reveals from major films, TV series, games, comics, etc. Number 2, the second day, is Explore the Multiverse, which is going to be on September 12th. Content from other islands on demand, letting you build your own schedule. So there's going to be 2 days instead of 1 day, which is good because they really jamming pack everything they can. It's getting really quite huge. And so I love that they came up with this. I mean, it's kind of really late in the game, but that's okay because we're going to get a lot more content in the second day as well. So they're splitting that up. So you see like the Insider verse and the other verses are going to be on another day while you can schedule the main event. Pretty much the main event. Everybody wants to go to the Hall of Heroes. This is where you get all the exclusive stuff. So that's going to still be on August 22nd. All the other ones that are on demand will be available on September 12th, right? So even Jim Lee decided to tweet this out. DC Fandom now so big, it's 2 parts, both to cover DC films, TV, comics, and games. Part 2 with 100+ hours of DC drops September 12th for 24 hours. Now for fans everywhere, where they want it, mobile, when they want it, on demand, free, and in 9 languages. See you all this Saturday, August 22nd for part 1. And this is just a picture of Jim Lee with in many different languages. So that's really cool that it's so wide, it's so vast that all my international family will be able to attend and understand what exactly is going on. So I am so excited for this. This is amazing stuff. All right, so now let's get into some of the movies that are coming out, right? And getting more revealed at DC Fandom. The first one is something we already know about, and I told you with Patty Jenkins on the Q&A yesterday in my video 585. But in this video, there's some more information that dropped. Wonder Woman 1984 set visit info revealed. So a whole bunch of, this happens to every movie, a whole bunch of bloggers and reviewers and critics, whatever, they get to go to a set visit of the movie. And usually that happens like a long time back, right? And they're finally getting to able to reveal some stuff when it's lifted, right? So the embargo's been lifted. So now the embargo set visit info is revealed. So one of the first things is this picture. This is a new picture from Wonder Woman 1984. Incredible look. That is definitely Wonder Woman. She is this must be in the White House fight, which is really crisp and clean. I like it. I can't wait to watch this movie. Also coming from Collider, a bunch of nuggets coming from Collider. I won't read you to the whole thing, but some of the things that I found truly interesting coming out of this thing, right? So one of the things is that who is the villain of this next chapter? And they don't have an obvious villain per se, although Maxwell Lord is pretty much the main bad guy here, played by Pedro Pascal. And essentially, you could argue that the main antagonist, the real enemy for this particular movie, is capitalism. We're in the 80s now. They're trying to sell you a lot of things and things like that, but there's also that physical sense of the physical enemy as well, which is in the form of Cheetah, right? So at first look, it is a dream come true. Diana's once timid, bookish gematologist friend at the museum now feels physically stronger. She feels more seen and respected in the world, but her powers takes a very fast, very dark turn as she transforms into a vicious and savage creature like nothing we could have ever imagined. I almost think it's like her transformation is going to be more like American Werewolf, maybe. I don't know. I got that horror element when they're talking like that, right? And she's meanwhile she's Diana sees all the greed and all the bad things that are being done in order to get to the top. I think she doesn't like that so much, the price that people are willing to pay in order to achieve whatever they want to achieve. But other than this, I think Diana loves the 80s. Great hair, she's rocking the hair and styles. It's great. So we also they talked a little bit about the cheetah character in terms of her look, and here is called she's known for her bridesmaids in Ghostbuster Hijinks. That's Kristen Wiig. To do the Barbara Minerva that we meet, Barbara is someone, he explains, who's not very visible, even though she wants to be, because she's kind of a geek. Kristen Wiig could give that character both the humor and the warmth that Diana sees in her, and that we see in the audience seeing her, so that hopefully we'll like her, because Diana's invested in her. It's so funny because there are things about her that Diana admires, but she's also incredibly smart and incredibly good at her job too. And it's kind of interesting how they kind of explain her being that geeky and then turning to a villain. It kind of reminds me of that Jim Carrey Riddler character, or even Electro from Amazing Spider-Man. But we'll see. There will still be chemistry. Red portion of the audition with Kristen Wiig to make sure that she, as she was progressing into the cheetah character, she can have that toughness, that aggression into that we're going to believe when she gets nasty. Well, boy, she could get nasty. Okay, so and it's interesting. According to Patty Jenkins, she initially hoped to include Cheetah in the beginning of the last Wonder Woman movie as a tease for what was to come. It goes to show how early her ideas for a sequel began during the production of 2017's Wonder Woman. As Barbara begins her transition into the cheetah, she appropriately starts donning cat suits and other bold sartorial pieces. The inspiration comes by way of Blade Runner, specifically Daryl Hannah's Pris from the 1982 Ridley Scott, right? And they don't talk about Steve Trevor. He's still a mystery at how he's back, but he is Steve Trevor. He's according to them, and so there's some interesting things about that. They talk about 1984, the 1980s, the fanny pack. If you want to learn more, some of the other interesting is that they wanted it to set the film in the year 1984, and they specifically say, especially Charles Roven says, that they specifically set in the year before the events of Man of Steel, because everything in the DC cinematic universe evolved from that. We felt that we just need to focus on her like we done in Wonder Woman, meaning it's a sequel, yes, but it's a standalone adventure. So that's what I'm trying to say, which I kind of agree and not agree. It's still set after something and before something, and they're seemingly trying to tell us it's set before Man of Steel, meaning Man of Steel is part of that canon, right? They even go as farther as talking about Batman v Superman. Despite the focus on this being a standalone story and less connected to an overarching franchise, questions remain. For instance, how does Diana don her gleaming Amazonian warrior armor to fight crime in public, but is still discovered for the first time by Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne? Decades later, during the events of Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, we're told Diana has ways of operating around the public eye, and the rest will have to wait to see when the movie arrives. So there's a lot more into this interesting interview, or actually set visit from Collider. So I'm going to link that in the description below for you to read. But that's not all, really, right? I mean, that's not all. There's something that came out today that literally just dropped, or people just recorded it, in fact, mere minutes ago. And I decided to clip it out and show it to you. This is amazing. This is actually our very first look, at least a tease, to the trailer that's going to be at DC FanDome. And I am quite shocked that this came up. But apparently, this is a TV spot on TV showcasing Wonder Woman 1984, and it's pretty awesome. So I'm gonna see if I can share it with you right here. Check this little thing out. Nice, suit up. So it's got some comedy. DC FanDome, global experience. So real quick, going through that really fast, really suit up. Oh, we get some of that. So we get some of the past, flashbacks, of course. Barbara Minerva, of course, got to wear that tracksuit and everything, and a little bit of funny moment there. So there's just a little bit of a tease, but certainly are newer scenes that we haven't seen before, and looks like we're gonna get a bit more of Barbara Minerva as Cheetah. We're gonna get a little bit more of possibly Cheetah's transformation, and a little bit more of Steve Trevor and Diana Prince's relationship. Now, I forgot to mention that there was in that other article, the Collider article, where if someone wants to explain what type of genre this movie was, Patty Jenkins actually tried to explain it in a sentence, right? So she said that this movie is a romantic comedy meets a great action story that ends up having a significant emotional impact, and that's as much as a description she can give us. And judging from what we see of their interaction, and kind of like Wonder Woman 1, it is a little bit of romantic comedy in that first one towards the beginning, where she was like a fish out of water. Now it's reversed, he's the fish out of water, and so they're going to have those interesting interactions as well. Excuse me. So that is a little teaser, a little trailer, I guess, for the trailer that is going to happen at DC FanDome. So that's amazing stuff. All right. Next on my list is all about the Batman. The Batman is coming out, but it still hasn't started shooting yet, right? Well, to this Variety article, the Batman will resume shooting in early September in the UK at Warner Brothers Studios Leavesden, according to insiders. But that's great. That's great. It needs to get there. Finally, they're getting that started, and that's awesome. That would be really awesome. But that's not all. There's other things in here, little nuggets. This is coming from comicbook.com, but this is the page out of that. Possibly that Matt Reeves, the Batman, could be aiming for an R rating. Earlier this year, and I'll take this off. Earlier this year, Pattinson talked about how he wants to push Batman to the character's limits. The only thing that's more complicated is the rating. He said, as soon as you make something an R-rated movie, you're freed up to do so much stuff, he says. In terms of the character itself, I want to push it as far as it possibly can go, and I think Matt Reeves does as well. You can do crazy stuff with that part. So this may allude to the fact that because he really is involved in this, and he probably talks to Matt Reeves a lot, and they realize that they can really go further if they get to do that rated R movie. So it may be that the Batman is rated R, and that's not all. That's not all. Apparently, this is the trademarked Batman logo for the movie. The Batman. That's Robert Pattinson's Batman logo. Interesting. It's very similar to what he had on his chest, which you can't see here, but he had that chest area, and I noticed there's the ears here as well. There is no tail to it, so it's kind of like he's flying straight towards you. It's a new symbol. It's a new symbol. It's different from Ben Affleck's symbol. It's different from Christian Bale symbol. It's definitely different than the Burton or the Schumacher ones definitely. But it's its own style. It's its own look. It looks like Batman. And that's all I'll say about it. I have no other qualms about it. It does look indeed like it's Batman. So now we have an official Batman symbol for Robert Pattinson's Matt Reeves, the Batman. And we'll probably see a special look for this. I'm thinking there's a clip or something, or a trailer or a teaser. And that's something to be excited for all you guys out there as well. So that is the Batman. Now, let's move on to some interesting thing that happened today. And that is actually Alex Ross maybe teasing breaking Green Lantern news. What are you talking about, Chris? What the freak are you talking about? All right, so this came up. Alex Ross apparently the other day had dropped this tweet. It says Alex Ross, the blah blah blah, DC fandom, DC Comics, Monday thoughts. This was on Monday. Monday motivation, DC coming soon. Breaking news: Green Lantern. Breaking news: Green Lantern. What? What is this? Now that's amazing. So he deleted this though. He deleted this off on Monday, but then reposted it again today, right? Or Tuesday, actually. No, today. And he called it Tuesday motivation for some reason. Wait, what? DC Comics, DC fandom, Tuesday motivation, Tuesday thoughts. And he posted that tweet that he deleted from before. So what is he talking about? What does he mean? Is it just another drawing of his that he's doing? Is it a collaboration? Is he making a poster for something? Is it the Green Lantern Corps, HBO Max? Is it Green Lantern from Zack Snyder's Justice League? I don't know. And you notice that is Hal Jordan, by the way. So Hal Jordan, is he going to show up on Zack Snyder's Justice League? Are we finally going to find out who plays Green Lantern and which Green Lantern is going to show up in Zack Snyder's Justice League? I don't know, but it's very and Alex Ross, like Boss Logic, who kind of draws. I mean, he's better than Boss Logic by far, of course, but they have to make things, right? They have to draw out things, and maybe they're collabing with directors and stuff to make things, or with projects and things like that. So would he know? I guess he would know, but maybe he deleted because he wasn't supposed to reveal that yet. But since a lot of people kind of caught on, he decided to just tweet it out again. So breaking news. We'll find out at DC fandom. I cannot wait to find out what this is all about. All right. So the next thing is the biggest thing, and as we know, I can't not talk about this every show because it's damn amazing, and it's something we've been fighting for so long. Zack Snyder teases 3 more days till ZackDome. Now we're calling it ZackDome, by the way, because it's just catchy. I just like the sound of that. He's taking over pretty much. New time, August 22nd, 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Because before it was 2:45, but now that they move things around, there's 2 events now. It's now 15 minutes earlier, 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. DC fandom in 3 days, and that's Wonder Woman. We've saw this shot before. This is in the tunnel. That's a lot of green screen. You just realized that. She's doing her little shakas, Hawaiian shakas, and making a W out of it. She's winning. It's winning, or Wonder Woman actually. But in 3 days, we're gonna find out a lot more. There's nothing else he put out today because we're getting close. Don't want to reveal too much. Just little teases in between, and that's fantastic. That's all we need because we're waiting. We want to see the trailer. We want to see the trailer, and I can't wait to see it. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Then what's in 2 days? What's in 1 day? We know what's in 0 days, or do we? Do we really know what's in 0 days? We're gonna see a lot of shit there, and we're gonna find out a lot of shit too. So it's really, really exciting. I can't wait for ZackDome. And that's where we're going to be calling it from now on. I think we're going to be calling it from ZackDome because it's amazing. And there's a lot of different panels that are going to be scheduled for ZackDome pretty much, because there's just it's not just the original Snyder Cut panel. The Zack Snyder Bible had put this together. The great thing about DC fandom for Snyder fans, there's more than enough ZackDome panels to keep you fed. Make sure you add all these to your schedule. So there's the first one, and that is the the Justice League one, the actual one, the big one that you should attend, Hall H. Then there's also on September 12th, there's the Insider. There's called Second. There's the Sonic Landscape of Man of Steel, highlighting Hans Zimmer's iconic Man of Steel score. So that's on the second day. That's all on the schedule on the calendar. This one I'm really looking forward to. Third, there's a Snyder Cut, a look behind the music, which could be their first reveal of what to expect from Junkie XL's score. Okay, for Zack Snyder's Justice League. And I just teased this out because it's like, it'd be funny if Junkie XL, right before his little video, he says, you know, there's really more than one Batman theme. You know, I was just saying, that'd be pretty hilarious. And then fourth, there's a creating a world, a look into the production design of the DC film universe, featuring Patrick Tatopoulos. So we're gonna have a lot more about that. And I love what he wants to reveal for this. That looks amazing. And a spotlight on the amazing visionaries who create our DC worlds, including production designers, art directors, Beth Mickle for the Suicide Squad, Bill Brzezinski, Aquaman. Okay, so it's not just Justice League. Jennifer Spence, Shazam, and Patrick Tatopoulos for Justice League. From the gothic noir world of Gotham to the underwater spectacle of Atlantis, there are artists who have created the worlds that are our iconic superheroes and supervillains all call home. So that's amazing. That's amazing stuff. I can't wait for that. And then the fifth, and finally so far, there's Heroes Behind the Action, featuring Justice League stunt coordinator Eunice Hove. So we get to have a little bit of that as well. This in exclusive Insiderverse panel features stunt coordinators and Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman stunt double, who divulge secrets from under the mask, sharing how some of the greatest stunt performances were created, and so on and so forth, because there's a lot there to be had. But it's going to be amazing. 20 minutes. So yeah, like I said, even though that first August, this weekend's event, be sure to schedule in the September ones, because there's going to be some exciting things as well. There's another one right here. Accelerating Design, the new Batmobile. This might have been in one of a DVD or something before, but it's now on demand, so you guys can check it out too during the September panel. So that's going to be interesting as well. So, but that's not all. I gotta highlight this because it's really cool. My own member of the Ping Pong Flix family here, my first member, by the way, Krypton Cage, shared something really cool. And this is actually, I really dig this. I'm gonna share it with you right here. He made this little, and I thought it was real. I seriously thought this thing was real, but it's not. He actually made it, and it's actually quite amazing. So I wanted to share it with you. Watch the Zack Snyder's Justice League Snyder Cut panel at ZackDome on August 22nd.
The bell's already been rung.
So it's the trailer,
And
it's the
they've
teaser
heard
there.
it.
But he added a few DC FanDome nuggets.
Out in the dark, among the stars.
Unprecedented global event.
Down. The god is dead.
ZackDome. ZackDome. Zack Snyder Experience. How amazing is that? August 22nd, ZackDome. Make sure you hashtag it. Hashtag ZackDome. Every time Zack drops something or something, hashtag ZackDome. It's going to be a ginormous Zack event as well, So I want to kind of argue that it's probably bigger than the other things right about now. So that's amazing stuff, and I can't wait to see what happens with that. Right. So, but that is it for my updates for today. Like I said, if you love all the daily updates, all the daily movie updates for DC games and such, please click like and subscribe below. And if you want to join my exclusive membership channel for more exclusive content for members only, and I just want to say that I will be on our little celebration on Saturday or Sunday evening. I think it's on Sunday evening, but there is already a YouTube that you can go to. But here is the video that is our little video preview of that event that I'm gonna be on. So okay, here we go. popping, man. There. Comic Mood Marks. This is Phil's podcast. DJs by the minute. Film Junkie. Ping Pong Flix. Real Anarchy. Real in motion. So yeah, that is going to be an amazing time. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. So please, I'm going to link that in the description below. You know, I'm actually going to link the actual video that's going to be presented that day. So be on the lookout for that. It's going to be an amazing time. It's already an amazing time. This is going to be so awesome. So anyway, once again, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for subscribing or joining my membership channel. And then, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.